Hi, I'm Chad and I work on the Global Coffee Engagement team here at Starbucks. There are so many possibilities with the Verismo V and lots of flavors to discover. Let's explore some recipes. An espresso shot is a high-pressure, concentrated extraction of coffee that provides the base of some of your favorite beverages like lattes and cappuccinos. Because the espresso shot is the basis for a lot of drinks, it's really important that you start with exceptional espresso. What's great about the Verismo pods is that the coffee is roasted, ground, and proportioned for the perfect brew. This makes it so easy to create a perfect shot of espresso every time. You can get espresso pods in a variety of coffees, from our signature Starbucks espresso roast to our collection of single origin coffees like our Guatemala Antigua. You'll notice that every espresso pod is copper and every brewed pod is silver. For hot beverages like an espresso shot, latte, cappuccino, and Americano, try different Verismo espresso pods to discover your favorite flavors. I think drinks like the mocha and caramel macchiato are delicious when made with espresso roast because it's the exact same roast we use in our stores. The rich espresso flavor really comes through in these beverages. To brew a shot of espresso, insert a Verismo espresso pod and close the handle. I like the Ethiopia single origin espresso pod because its crisp sweetness and spicy undertones are really easy to taste. Push the espresso button and the Verismo V will start to brew your coffee. Because of its unique dual pressure system, the Verismo V brews a beautiful layered shot of espresso. There's the crema, body, and the heart. So the crema is the sweet capping of foam on top, the body is where all the acidity lies, and the heart is where that rich, deep, roasty flavor lives. For a double shot, repeat with the second espresso pod. For iced espresso, start by filling a glass with 1.5 cups of ice and pour the espresso over the top. Here's an espresso tip. If you're adding milk or water to a shot of espresso, make sure to pour the milk in quickly to ensure a sweet and well-rounded flavor. The Americano begins with a shot of espresso. When the espresso is done brewing, lift the handle to release the espresso pod, then close the handle. Now, press the hot water button to add 5 ounces of hot water. If you want an iced Americano, finish with 1 ounce of cold water and 1.5 cups of ice. A latte is a delicious espresso drink with frothed milk and a little foam. It's a great base drink for customizing with flavors like vanilla, hazelnut, and other syrups. The cafe latte is one of the most popular drinks in our stores, and now you can make it at home. Heat the milk without the whisk attachment. To do that, remove the whisk attachment from the frother lid like this. Then, fill it with milk to the line on the inside of the frother unit which says max, and place the lid back on the frother. Press the button for 1 second and the light will turn red. Now, place an espresso pod in the Verismo unit and push the espresso button. Try experimenting with different espresso pods to see which flavors you like best. When the milk is ready, pour it into your cup. You can make an iced latte with 1.5 cups of ice, fresh milk or milk substitute, and add espresso. One of my favorite features of the Verismo milk frother is the cold foam. You can create cold foam using the Verismo milk frother by adding fresh milk to the frother and pressing the button for 3 seconds until it turns blue. The whisk will spin around, frothing your milk. The heating element doesn't turn on, so your milk stays deliciously cold. Layering the cold foam over your iced latte is a delicious twist on this classic drink. Kenya Single Origin Espresso is really great for iced lattes due to its bright citrus notes. The cappuccino is a classic beverage. It starts with a shot of espresso that's topped with milk and a creamy thick layer of foam. I recommend experimenting with different Verismo espresso pods when creating your cappuccino, but my favorite is Colombia Nariño. To make a cappuccino, Start by pouring milk to the max fill line in the Verismo milk frother. Froth the milk using the whisk attachment, which will create the rich foam that makes a cappuccino so special. Brew 1 shot of espresso into a cup. Then, pour the foamed milk into the cup. Perfect. Espresso provides the foundation for one of our most popular beverages, the mocha. The mocha is a latte that balances the rich taste of espresso with some added chocolatey sweetness. It's indulgent, decadent, and a true classic. Start by adding 1 tablespoon of bittersweet chocolate sauce in your cup. Pour milk to the max fill line in the Verismo milk frother and heat the milk without the whisk attachment. This will heat the milk and create only a little foam. Insert your favorite espresso pod and place your cup on the tray. Then push the espresso button. I'm using Espresso Roast Pod because this is the same espresso we use to create all of our signature beverages in our stores. Once the espresso has brewed, pour the milk into your cup. If you would like it iced, add fresh cold milk to the espresso with 1.5 cups of ice. The caramel macchiato starts with vanilla flavored syrup, frothed milk, a shot of espresso, and is finished with caramel drizzle. Add 2 teaspoons of Starbucks vanilla syrup. After frothing your milk, pour it into your cup, then insert an espresso pod into the Verismo and press the espresso button to start brewing. Pour the shot over the foam and finish with a caramel drizzle on top, and you're ready to sip those rich flavors. As you can see, the Verismo V is the perfect companion for creating delicious espresso at home. For more recipes, visit verismo.com. Have fun creating!